everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Rugby Challenge 3. The game now is released, and I hope you have your copies and are loving the game in all its glory. Now, for my last video, I answered hopefully a few of your questions about linking the teams from the FanHub to the teams in the game, so you can get the FanHub action into the actual teams, use them in competitions and that sort of thing for your own game. That answered a lot of your questions, but it also created a shitload more questions. So we're back here again, having another look at how the FanHub works with your game, how you make it work the way you want it to do, players, teams, getting rid of them, throwing new ones in, team limits, all that sort of stuff, as well as one more thing I want to add, and at the end is the request out to all you guys to possibly, if you are big into making teams on the FanHub, I am missing about 6 or 7 teams from having a complete collection of all top 14, of all Pro 12, all Super Rugby teams, all those sides into my game so I can kick some of these series off. If you are French rugby fans out there, if you are fans of the teams from the Pro 12, so obviously the Irish fans or Scottish fans, whichever teams, we'll get to those at the end. But if you are into those teams and you want to make a team and a squad and players to help me out in getting my series on the road, that would be awesome. Stay tuned till the end where we can have a look at what teams I need through the FanHub. I'll be checking this every day. Can let me know in the comments as well. But first things first, let's get stuck into what we need to see and what you guys are having problems with. Now, the first thing that I notice people having problems with is when they have a team downloaded from the FanHub, they can't get rid of them. Now, it's pretty simple to delete a team from the FanHub. So, for the purposes of this, I'm going to download this All Blacks Greats team. No offense to this All Blacks Greats team whatsoever, but I'm going to download it to show you exactly how to get rid of them, because people are having problems deleting teams that they've downloaded from the FanHub. And with the limit, yes, there is a limit, we'll get to that soon, this can be an issue. Okay, so I've got that team sitting there, you can see it over here, All Black Greats. There it is in my edit teams. Now, of course, one thing you need to be sure of before you try and delete the team you want to get rid of, it cannot be linked anywhere. It cannot be linked. So if it's linked, you can't delete it. So that could be problem number one that you're having. If it's not linked, all you need to do is go on to edit teams, swing across to created 15s, or if it's a 7th team, created 7th teams as well. And there you go. It's at the bottom. It says triangle delete. So bang, bang, gone. That's it. It's simple as that. Simple as that. They're gone. That team is out of here. Never to be seen again unless I download it again, of course. Now, another thing people are having problems with were players not being able to be edited after being downloaded from the FanHub. Right. So, this is easily fixed. It's easily solved. Now, a lot of you, I can see what you've been doing. You'll be going to, say, the Blues. That's an example. And a player that is obviously licensed, Charlie Faumuina, been around for a long time. We want to edit Charlie Faumuina. No, you cannot edit Charlie Faumuina. You cannot edit any of the licensed players brought into the game. If you want to change them, you probably have to download a separate individual player from the FanHub, and then you can change them. But you're saying, I can't change the players on the FanHub. Well, obviously, you're still clicking on a licensed player, because any player that is created, like all my players from the French Division 1 or Top 14, all of these players are created because it is not licensed. So we've got Clermont, and you can see all these guys here. It's the right players because I do have them from the FanHub. Now, let's go with Nick Benton. We want to edit him. It's simple. Click on him, and we can edit everything we want. He's a created player. We can do what we want with him. We can change him however we want, just like we created him. It's that simple to change a created player off the FanHub. If you can't do it, it's because they are a licensed player That is the only reason why. If they're from the FanHub, make sure they're created and you can edit them. Simple as that. Okay, now this is the big part of the video. This is the massive part. This is why you all came, is to get to this part. Right. So, a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, have been complaining about a team limit from the FanHub. So that is, you get teams, you download them, you edit them, and you can see you get to a limit. I think it's about 29 is what the limit is. I have noticed when I've tried to download lots and lots of teams, and you're saying, well, I want to get all the top 14, I want to get all the Pro 12, I want to get all the Super Rugby, I want to get all the updated Viva Premiership teams, I want to get all the updated international teams, I want to get this, I want to get that, I want to get everything. Well, it's not that simple. Well, actually, I lie. It is that simple. It really is that simple. Now, the key is time. The key is time. That's all it takes is time. Now, I'll try to break this down as much as possible. As much as humanly possible. Right, here we go. When you go to the FanHub and you download a team, okay, so we go to the FanHub to pick up a team. So, what do we want to exactly look for here? Let's go for something that's unique and easily identifiable, like this 96 All Black team that we've already looked at. We've got very high rated players and names that I'll be able to pick out at least everywhere throughout this game. We've got the Jones, we've got the Mertens, we've got the Marshalls, we've got all the big names. Lomus, Cullens, Wilsons, all of those big names are there. So, what happens here when we save this team? Yes, we save it. Done. It's in our game. Right, now let's have a look here. Go to edit teams where we've got our 96 All Blacks and we've got them in our game. Simple stuff. It's there. It's done. That's not what anyone's having a problem with though, is it? Because you've already got too many teams sitting in here in your created 15 teams. So what happens if I do this? Delete team. Gone. Okay. There we go. You can see the 96 All Black team is gone. They're out of here. No more. They are gone. So you've got another slot open to download another team. But what's to say you wanted those players like I've got here from the Cardiff Blues and Castres, Edinburgh, all that? What have I done with these teams I have? Well, let me show you, my good friends, what exactly we do. Let's just go to New Zealand for argument's sake, as of course they're All Black players. Let's just go down the bottom where we've got some room and we can recruit a player. And let's see what we have in store. We go by, well, not that, we go by rating. There we go, that's what we want. We've got Jonah Lomu at the start. We've got Christian Cullen. We go further down, we've got Jeff Wilson. We've got Josh Cronfeld, Justin Marshall, Walter Little, Michael Jones, Tana Umaga, another Josh Cronfeld, another Justin. We've got all these players all in here because I've downloaded the team twice. Which, what does that tell you, everyone? It tells you that when you delete a team, you do not delete the players. Let me say that again, a bit slower. When you delete a team, you do not delete the players. So let me show you a little something I recorded earlier while I worked tirelessly on the Super Rugby sites. Now what you can see here is I have obviously split screen because I have the PS4 on a screen and a monitor, and then just to my right I have my PC. So I have the PC running the FanHub of Steam, and I can have a look at the teams I've downloaded on my PS4 and I can replicate them. I download them on my PS4, I delete the team, players stay. Now I go to the actual team which we're looking at now and I replace those players and get the same teams with the same players in the game for the proper side. So it takes a lot of time. Like I said earlier, time is the big thing you need to keep in mind here. It takes quite some time to do this. So I'm going to quickly shuffle on through this here so you can get a general idea of what is happening. But that is how you can get all the sides just by downloading the teams, deleting them, and then transferring the players to the original sides. So you can get all the top 14, you can get all the Pro 12, updated Super Rugby, updated Viva Premiership, but at a cost of a shitload of your time. It does get past the team limit of 29 teams on your FanHub download list as well. So it's a bit of a backdoor entrance, if you could call it that, into leapfrogging over that issue and making it still work. Now, the big thing I will give you advice on, do not rename the teams. When I was doing the South African Super Rugby squads, I renamed the Stormers just Stormers. Got rid of the DHL rubbish, the sponsorship crap, and called them the Stormers. Now, they automatically linked with a Stormers team from the FanHub, which I hadn't even downloaded, and that instantly linked another team. So I had to delete that, which rewiped all I'd done, and I had to do it about 4 times before I learned that you cannot rename the teams. So to save yourself some trouble, don't rename the teams, leave them as is, and you won't have any problems. You may have to redo the stadiums as well. I noticed that did mess up a few of the sides as well, but all in all, it's a bit of a trip over the top. It's a bit of a way to get around the limits of the sides that you can download from the FanHub. So I'll continue to leave this running in the background so you can all see how exactly I've done it. But while it's doing that, I have something else I'd like to bring up about the last remaining teams required of the FanHub. So, for all you big rugby fans in France and in the UK, there is a handful of teams that have not got sides created for them on the FanHub. I don't know if people are doing them now. I don't know if they have never been done and possibly will not be done. But if you are all ever so kind to maybe pick up one of these teams to complete the full collection of your expert competition, I would be ever so grateful to everyone who can do it. Now, the teams I am missing, you can see here I have them all already downloaded and ready to switch over, which I have already done a lot of them with as well. You can see that I am just missing a handful. And the teams from the Pro 12 that I am missing are Connacht, Treviso, Zebri, and the Newport Gwent Dragons. Now, obviously, the seem to be least favourite sides of most people, those 4 from the Pro 12. If we can get those 4 teams, we will have a complete set of all Pro 12 sides. On the other side of the equation, it's a top 14. I'm missing 1, 2, 3 sides. That is, the first one is La Rochelle. We also are missing Ionics, also missing Argent as well, one of the new sides into the top 14. So they replaced Lyon, and of course it was Pau who replaced Barnet. So those 2 as well coming in. We also already have a Pau team, so we just need those 3 top 14 sides, those 4 from the Pro 12, and we have a full, complete side. We can start careers, we can start competitions, we can start being pros and move everywhere and be licensed up to 2016 season. That would be amazing. I would be forever grateful for you. Anyone who can get that done, let me know in the comments, leave me a message, whatever it takes to let me know. We'll be checking these every day as well to see if anyone has created these sides. So thank you all in advance. So just to go to prove that the downloading a team, deleting it, and use the players trick does work, whatever you want to call it. You can see here I have no Super 15 sides in my created 15s team. Even in my linked teams, I only have the Pro 12 top 14 and the 3 new Super Rugby sides. So those are the teams I have not completely changed over the sides yet, but the Super Rugby teams I have. So just to show you it does work, have a look at this Blues team. Not much too different to notice here. The likes of Francis is a new one. Ranger is new into there as well. Some new names we haven't seen. Scrafton as well. Matt McGann, new one in there. Billy Guyton's new to the Blues as well. Matt Duffy, a new one coming in. And there we go, 37 players. Boom, for the Blues. What's one that's really changed? I don't know. The Lions haven't changed at all in South Africa. What about the Cheetahs? Has there much change to the Cheetahs? All the big name guys are still here. Zillinger's a new one to the Cheetahs, of course. Ruel Venter, Small Smith, a newcomer to that team as well. So we can see they're all up to date with what comes off the FanHub. Severson as well from the Force last year. He's now with the Cheetahs as well. So you can see that one's up to date. I don't know. Do we want an Australian team just to compare? The Waratahs. I know there's a few new names in the Waratahs, as much as we dislike the Waratahs. Angus Tarvell is one. Dean Mum, a new one to that side as well. Phibbs Foley, Reese Robinson from the NRL. We have David Horwitz, a new coming to the team. Zach Guilford as well. What else we got along here? Wilkins, haven't seen Bryce Higgity moving from, I'm pretty sure, the Rebels last season. Plenty of new names here in the reserves that we haven't seen in a Waratahs shirt. So there you go. This is just a little bit of proof that it does actually work. No linking between these two sides. It doesn't delete the players. It's simple as that. It takes your time, and that is it. Get into it. Leave me any thoughts and questions if you don't quite understand, but I've tried to explain this as easy as I can. Alright, so that does wrap me up here for today's little look at a few of your guys' questions away around the 29 team limit. A bit of a request for myself on getting all those teams in the FanHub so that we can have fully fake licensed competitions from the FanHub and from all you guys making phenomenal teams and phenomenal squads as well. So thank you all for tuning in and watching. Hope this has helped you all very much, and I'll be hoping to bring some new series, Be a Pros, careers as well, coming in the next few days. So thank you everyone for your help and assistance. Let's get those last 7 teams done and dusted, and let's get some amazing new rugby series coming your way. Until next time, thank you all for watching. Thank you for your help. I hope this assists you, and see you next time. Until then, take care.